working with the feet, I like to just, before I use any tools or anything, I like to get in with my hands and I like to feel around. Plus I like to feel the temperature of the feet, because if the feet are cold, you want to warm them up and you want to get some blood in there.
Yeah.
Because if they're cold, yours aren't particularly cold, yours are actually kind of good, just maybe slightly cooler, but I wouldn't say they're cold, you know, but some people's feet are very cold. And you want to get the blood flow happening before you use anything. Plus you want to diagnose with your hands, you know, so I'm having a feel around and just, I'm feeling the different pressure points in between the toes. And I'm feeling like through here, and you can feel that big toe belly band, that's kind of tight, you know?
Yeah.
Coming right through here, yeah, right up. And so I'm thinking, okay, you know, we're gonna need some work on this big toe. This one doesn't want to move, you know what I mean? These joints. Have you?
I don't remember which one it was.
Recent or a long time ago?
No, long time ago.
Okay.
It was from kickboxing. Let's see which one it was. Oh, it was this one.
Okay. So no excuse on this one.
It's just, that just hurts.
It's tight. Okay, but it's not too bad. I mean, it's tight, but like, how old is your body?
48.
48. It's not that bad for somebody at 48. You know what I mean? Yeah. But this is also, it can be improved though. You know, it's not optimal is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So not as bad. When I show you his feet, his are in he's younger. His body's younger than yours, and he's in way worse shape than you are. Way worse. You're in a lot better shape than him. Yeah. But it's still, you're not in, you know, optimal.
Yeah. No, it's not, because it's gross.
Especially, so I'm, you know, this one in particular, I'm not too happy with. You know, it's like feels quite tight, and it's good, so that's going to lead to tension up here, but also to a certain extent this big one, and we can see the big toe kind of curling a little bit. Obviously you got that little toe extremely close to that toe as well, and so when I look at that I go, okay, what's going, because really it should be a little bit more space, you know, and you've got, yeah, that's right, yeah, so it makes me kind of, especially the inner little toe band, which is going to come up through here. I'm interested to know, is that being affected by that, you know? Yeah. And you can feel right in there, it feels quite tight, you know? Yeah. But again, I wouldn't call it a 10 out of 10 tight. I'd give it more like a 7, you know? So it could be improved. You know, this one's, you know what I mean? Like it's not great, but it's like I've seen a lot worse. I mean, the joints still kind of have pretty good flexibility. Yeah. For 48, I think you're doing pretty well there.
48? Sounds so funny. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's like middle, you know what I mean? Middle of the lifespan if you're lucky, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they've been holding me up for 48 years.
That's right, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of wear and tear. I mean, mine's 56, and, you know, I got a bit of wear and tear on it too, you know?
You can't change the oil.
I sort of, you know, there's definitely something going on where it's being pulled to the side. You can feel like when you come on the inside of this big toe there's a pulling and it's tight, okay? So that's kind of like what I like to do, and I can feel like in here, it's very tight, you know? So like before I get in and start doing the detail, I like to just diagnose, and I like to think, okay, what's my plan? You know, we got a good click there, nice clicks there. It's moving, so you're pretty good to work on too, but you can feel like this is like a bit of this outer little toe band's a bit like a cable kind of coming up there that's going to hit you in the hip. That's coming from that outer part of the little toe as well, which I didn't feel, but usually when the toe's pulled this way anyway, it's going to be tight here as well. And so you can feel that coming in through there. So basically it's kind of like, it's not too extreme. Like I say, you're in, you know, you're only like 28. 37 or something. Yeah, 20. I was going to say, he seems like his body's had a lot worse wear and tear for his age, you know what I mean? Like he's, like as you picked it up, you know, and it's like, he was, you should have seen him in the first class. He was terrible.
I just felt it in the energy.
Oh yeah, he's had a lot of, like he's told me a lot of, you know, family stuff and crazy shit.
I just like.
No, poor. I feel sorry. That's why I said.
That's what.
No, I know. That's why I said, "Damn, why don't you come back into this course?" You know what I mean? Because he needs the work. You know what I mean? And I knew I only had you booked in, and I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Dan, you know, let's come in. We'll do some work." You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And All right, so what I'm thinking is I want to correct this, you know, like one of my first, I usually start either with the big toe or the little toe, because those are your most common. A lot of people have this kind of thing kind of going on, right? And we want to open up the toes, we want to get rid of that tension. So really I can feel each band, but I've already got a bit of an idea of what's going on. A lot's going on in this toe, and you can feel almost this stiffness on the top here. Do you feel that? Yeah, I mean, this one's tight as well. Yeah, but if you broke it, it's... But at least that one clicks. This one doesn't want to click. Oh, there, let go a bit more. But even this one's tight as well. But they're not extreme. I'd give them sort of 7s out of 10, okay? So the good thing about it, when you're getting 7s out of 10, it shouldn't be too painful. You know, we should be able to...
Well, it's quite painful, but I can
bear it, yeah.
I'm not wanting to kick you in the face. Or
yeah, and that's where about a 7 out of 10 is. If you go...
And I was actually thinking it feels like it's about a 7. So
yeah. If you get under 5 and you're working on them, people just could go to sleep. You know, it feels nice when you're working at a 5 or out of 10 of tension. You get it up to like 8s, 9s, and 10s, and it can, like you really got to go. Okay, I got to work. It's going to hit a person's pain threshold pretty quick, and you got to pace it out, and you got to go.
Yeah, because it is quite painful.
All right, so it's a little bit difficult. So yeah, I've got a few tools here. Obviously, I've got different diameters. So like I've got a chopstick, and they're different energies because they're wood, and then I've got very fine detailed tools as well to get in there. And I've got even more broad ones if I need it. So I've got metal tools with broad, metal tools with fine. You can see even 3 different, you know. So I'm all about like having the right tool for the job.
And it's good that they're not pokey. Like they've got balls on the end, so they're not pokey.
Right, and you can do like some of them are pokey, you know. But like for me, I quite like that. Like again, it's more of a connoisseur, but I like getting in there with a pokey. Okay. But they're not pokey because they have balls on the end, but they're still precise, is what I should say. Not pokey, but precise. And then, you know, I got the bigger tools for the feet when we come into the actual foot. You know, all these kinds of different things. So I like to have a good collection of different tools. So we'll just see how we go. I think we got a tool for the job that we need to do. I'm going to start with the chopstick, and so what I often do when I'm starting is you can see how I'm because the toe's wanting to go this way and also a little bit this way. You can see that tendon being, you know, pulling. I'm going to hold the toe into a position more how I want it, and you can see that actually feels like it's stretching it out.
It is. I can feel it.
Right, but that's a bit straight. It's possibly overemphasized, you know, like straighter would be here, but I'm trying to like really, and I can feel that tension coming in here. So I'm going to be working here, but I'm also going to want to work here and here. So I might start with this, and this is the end point of these micro bands, the smaller ends of the bands coming up. And this is what I was talking about, where I've spent a lot of my last 10 years is understanding this point energetically. So what I do is I go in slowly, make sure I'm breathing, and then I want to pay attention to what I'm feeling with you and make sure it's not overwhelming. So then I go, okay, how's that out of 10? If 10 is where you're going to tighten up against me, I want to start with about a 7 or an 8.
It's probably about 8.
Okay. I'm just going to keep it at that. I don't want to push you right now. I want to warm you up. I just want you to get used to that. And I'm actually just going to hold that point because it's so powerful, and I'm going to let you breathe. But I don't want it where it's overwhelming you. And I'm just going to slightly move it. This is the skill that I was saying to you guys is not many people understand this point. And even for me teaching it, it's all about the empathy because I got to change angles. But I want to keep it. I definitely don't want to go over 10. And I just want you to do I'm bringing the awareness, you're doing the work. So it's the partnership model of medicine. And as it does what I call decharges or uncharges, if we look at it more like some kind of subtle electrical thing, however we want to look at the body's, you know, electrical systems or whatever, the charge comes out of it. And you'll feel it, it doesn't hurt so much anymore. Then we can go in a bit deeper, and we can get a bit deeper. So I just increase that pressure. But again, I don't want it overwhelming for you. I just want you to breathe.
It's funny because I can actually feel it like down into the...
Traveling.
Like down into here.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where it goes. And that's why I say some people, because you can feel this tension easy, right? But if I worked that without working here, I could bruise you here. and cause bad pain. But this is the end of the line. It's got nowhere else to go. And that's why this spot is so important. And it's not just here, it's also like just a millimeter to the side. Okay. And it's just, and this is where I tend to just hold, and then maybe the slightest, like that looks like a tiny movement, right? But you can feel that, right? Yeah. All right. And again, I might ease off a little bit and let you breathe. Again, I'm a servant of the breath, okay? And that's the most important thing to remember. I can feel energy coming into my hand. And now I'm thinking I actually want to get in there with a little bit more precision. And so I'm going to use a slightly different tool. But again, I don't want it overwhelming. I just want to be more precise with the actual point here. So I start off gentle and I gradually increase it and I watch you. And when we see you do this, we know we're getting higher up, you know? Yeah. And I watch to make sure that you can breathe into it. And this is where two of the qualities I say that make a good massage therapist are important: patience and perseverance. Because if you rush this, it'll be weird and it'll be like overwhelming and stuff, because we have to understand that the breath is doing a lot of the work. And I'm working at what the breath can clear out of this end point, and it needs to uncharge. Once I feel it let go a bit, I can move ever so slightly to another point right near it and change my angle. And then I can...
You don't realise that you're going to have so much sore.
Right, in one tiny little spot.
Like, holy
it's
moly.
fucking mind-blowing. In reflexology, though, when you look at it, this is going to relate to here. And that is your crown chakra in Ayurvedic medicine. That's where they consider it to be a very spiritual place, because you join with the, like through your crown chakra. And it's also where the three bones of our skull join together at about 15 months. Okay, so it's an interesting spot from a,
People need to be doing this on their babies when they're born.
Yeah. But the babies hopefully won't be as tight as what we are.
No, but if you get them used to it.
Oh, you get them used to it. I was working, my kid, like my daughter loves it now, you'll see. When I was massaging her from the day she was born.
Yeah. It's just amazing how you can feel so much pain in such a small area.
Yeah, exactly. So I move slightly now. But this, again, so we've got three different bands coming from here. We've got the one coming through here, which is going, you can feel that through there. Mm-hmm. And that's the one that's going to manifest in here, then come up, the big toe belly band. That's your belly tension. Yeah. And that's the origin of it. Then we've got this one, which on you, again, because your toe is pulling this way, we expect this to be extremely tight. Yeah. And I'm going to be expecting this to be very sensitive through here. Yeah. He's just saying, yeah, he's started to really appreciate the benefits. So. But yeah, on Dan it was much worse. But how's that? You can feel that?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's going to then get through here. And on a lot of people, this is very sensitive, so we don't want to go too hard. Mm-hmm. But we've also got then this coming down here. Okay, so it's the origin of them, but it's also actually, I think, related directly with this one that's coming up here. Of course, we got the nail in between, and I would start that here because of the nail, but I think energetically there's a connection between here and here, underneath the nail, which we're obviously not going to work. Yeah. Right? And you can see how tight that is as well. And that's a very, So this is one of the, in my opinion, in my last, with 35 years and my last 15 years, I've come to the conclusion this is one of the most important spots in the body. Okay, and it's right here and it's right here, and because it's the origin. And what you do, you don't even have to, at first you don't work it, all you do is you hold it up to about like an 8 out of 10. Yep. And let the person breathe into it.
That's what you automatically just...
Yeah, and you don't want the tightening up. Okay, so
I did that.
If they tighten up, you ease off slightly until that point where the person can. It's not necessarily.
You can handle it.
You can handle it. It's not necessarily wonderful, but
no, it's definitely not wonderful.
It's not wonderful, but it's like, I can breathe into that without tightening up. Okay, and then you just let them process that, and it's like so energetically charged, and then gradually as it lets go, you can go in a bit deeper. Exactly, and that's what it is, because the human body has a lot of electricity in it.
like stupid.
whether we call it
Straight.
electricity or whether we call it life force or whatever.
Yeah, but, yeah.
You know, English isn't that great with words.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll feel it. People get buzzing from this point all over their body.
Yeah.
So it's a powerful, powerful point.
Yeah, it's not friendly.
It's not yeah. And yet, if you're not tight, it won't hurt at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's not the point, it's the tension.
See,
And that's the whole point.
Here I have been thinking that it's the pokey thing.
Yeah, no, it's not, because if you weren't tight, this wouldn't hurt. It would just sink in and you just go, oh, that's nice. Or it doesn't feel any, you know? So it's the pain is not this, it's accessing, it's the fact that this is accessing whatever we call as tightness, which we could call an electrical blockage, we could call gas because people burp it out, people, you know, the nature of what the substance is that creates tension in the human body, to me, is more like the nature of a gas or of electricity. Because when you pump up a tire with air, it becomes hard, right? Even though we can't see air.
Oh, well, and if you get like air full of
Right.
in your tummy.
In your tummy, it's hard.
Massive cramps.
Yeah.
And your stomach's hard. And,
Yeah. And yet it's also emotion, because and it's also like creates this buzzing energy when it's released. So it's also of the it's a nature, the substance.
Feels like electricity. That's what
yes,
it feels
exactly.
like.
So the substance, and I've often tried to figure this out. What is it, the substance that creates tension? Right, and that's what it's fascinating, and it's of those.
Maybe it's like the energy. You know how you see, like, in the on a hot day.
Yep, the mirage effect.
Yeah, the heat. Yeah, you see
Yeah.
the heat. Maybe it's like that.
Yeah.
Because it's just energy. That's what that is.
Yeah.
So maybe.
And it's like you were an
Maybe
electrician,
it's
you know. He was an electrician, so I mean, when you think about what is electricity, like if you'd have
just
described
energy.
electricity to somebody before they invented electricity, they didn't invent
Discovered
it,
it,
they
yeah.
would have gone, no way. You know what I mean? You can sit and plug a power, except for then lightning, of course, is a form of electricity, right?
It is the form of electricity.
Yeah, and yet you go, wow, that shit's powerful, you know.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm accessing. So it's not me creating pain, I'm accessing your tension, which is caused by this substance that we haven't got a good name for in English.
Find it.
Yeah. And I've tried to research what other languages, if other languages have it. I was using ChatGPT, and there is certain stuff in other languages like Japanese which will describe, because they, you know, the nature of chi in Japanese is very much part of their culture. Like the word genki is health, and that's Genki. It's two Japanese characters, ki and
That was pronounced Genki. Okay,
Genki, yeah. So Genki desu is how are you? We translate as how are you, but it's actually how is your chi? Is your chi well? Is your chi functioning?
Which is your energy, which is you, yeah. Well, yeah.
And the word for weather is tenki, Tenki. Of course, it's not ten because they don't use English, but it's the Japanese characters that are pronounced tenki. So ki is part of it. So and shiatsu is a very old system of, you know, and they use the meridians and things like that. So they very much into like the fact that katu ketu, I think, is the tight shoulders, and it's like that energy. So they kind of, I think they kind of understand it a little bit more in their language. You know, English, obviously our language has evolved from Western European thought, and the English meant, you know, and so we don't have words for certain things. We have to adopt other cultures, or we have to create new ones.
Make our own words up.
And some people don't like that word energy, which I understand because a lot of people misuse the word energy. But in some ways it is energy, you know? Like, what is this substance? You know, I can, like when people get a buzz from massage and their fingers, and you know what I mean? Well, if it's not energy, what is it, you know? I mean, I don't know. English, we're limited though. We are limited by our language.
No, it's like a
Fucking like, yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah. And you are allowed to swear, and I do find swearing beneficial, you know? Yeah, I've started to warm you up a bit, and now I'm working here, and this is my thumb, so it's not the pokey thing, because my thumb is definitely not pokey. Yeah, so it's your
This
tension.
is probably why I want to kick old mate in the face.
Yeah, I'll slow down and let you breathe, because I can feel you're starting to. I'll just even like ease right off.
You stand up and feel how different your foot feels.
Oh yeah, after this, so I'll let you breathe.
I just need to have a break for a
Yeah,
second.
so breathe. Yeah.